What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So it's time to revamp some niche blues. It was requested recently and it's been a while since I've done it. We've got a few that have changed in this top 10. Now this isn't the only 10 niche blues I would recommend, but these are the ones that kind of vibe with me the most here lately. Some are absolute classics in my opinion and will never move from this list, and there's some newer ones that deserve some spots. So we're going to talk about them. Mass appeal and fragrance time, right? Stay tuned. Starting with what could be considered kind of niche Sauvage, much higher quality fragrance, similar profile, but this one is just fresh cut lavender, more so than an ambroxan smell. Spicy green aromatic. We are talking about Kajal Faris. This is an absolute stunning fragrance. It really is. This is one I would highly encourage getting your nose on, especially if you've ever been a fan of Sauvage and you want the next level to that profile. That is what Kajal Faris is. I mean, there's no denying the similarity here. It's a high quality fragrance versus the synthetic nature, that shower gel smell, which smells like a luxury shower gel, I guess, technically is how you can look at it. With Sauvage, that lavender, God, that lavender smell in this one is just amazing. Again, it smells like fresh cut lavender out of a field. It really does. Performance is great. Compliment factor is high. Versatility is maximum. You really just can't go wrong here, and you can find them from discounters in that $90 to $110 range for this bottle, which is kind of going rate for 100 ml of Sauvage EDT. And this is better, like much better. Again, that's from Kajal. I get it to focus. This is Kajal Faris. Kind of quintessential, I believe, from Parfums de Marly. If you were to pick one fragrance that can be considered the signature scent for men among the entire house, it would probably be Sedley. A lot of great can be said about Sedley. Juicy citrus, minty green freshness. It's a lavender aromatic. It's got some fougerish qualities to it. A little bit of ambroxan gives it that modern freshness. It's just beautiful. It's creamy. It's a touch powdery. It's woodsy and musky. It's very much fresh, masculine quality man smell. And the performance is sneaky good. This is sneaky. You'll think 5, 6 hours, and 10 hours later, you might get a compliment from somebody walking in your trail. Sneaky. It's that ambroxan that'll get you. It's not a bomb of it, but it's a noticeable amount. Sneaky. I have to reiterate one more time. This is high-level versatility. This brings a lot to the fold. It's easy to like, easy to wear, and again, that versatility level to the absolute max. This is probably one of their safest buys for men, in my opinion. And yeah, there's clones out there, but none of them can touch the quality of the smell here. Yeah, there's some synthetics, but there's levels to synthetics, guys. This is upper tier stuff. It's Sedley. This fragrance is its own vibe, its own mood. It's a laid-back, casual day in the heat. One of my personal favorites from Mancera. It is French Riviera. More of a light blue than anything else because it's more of a summery type of fragrance, but this isn't reinventing the wheel with some unique aquatic smell. But it's a little creamy white floral, just a touch powdery. You get citruses, this fresh, lightly salted, watery accord. There's a hint of a sunscreen feel to it, just a little bit. It's got a clean musk. It's just such a laid-back summertime vibe. Really good performance. It's not a beast, but it's above average in longevity, projection, and sillage. It's just such a great mood-boosting type of fragrance. This is insert the chill guy meme. This is the fragrance that the dog, I'm just a chill guy, the little dog. This is the fragrance he wears. Because this fragrance is just a chill guy. I'm telling you. It's so good. It's so good. Again, it's not reinventing the wheel with the profile. It's the wearing experience that makes this one so remarkable, noteworthy, worth recommending, worth talking about, and most importantly, worth wearing. It's Mancera's French Riviera. We'll get its focus one more time. There we go. Relatable to Bleu de Chanel EDP, but this is an aquatic fragrance. If Bleu de Chanel was an aquatic and you raise the ingredient quality a little bit, it'd probably be something similar to this. There's even a nutmeg note that kind of gives it this dry, woody spice while still being a freshwater aquatic with citruses and, like I said, very woodsy as well. Last year's release from Nishane, this is called Deziro. Deziro's super, super versatile. I would take this over Bleu de Chanel EDP 10 out of 10 times. And I know some of you may not agree that have smelled it, but that's just how I feel. Loewe 7 Cobalt is really good. That's closer to Bleu de Chanel. I still think this is better. And it's that dry spice that goes with the aquatic and that freshwater aquatic and citrus and everything. It's just really, really good. Great performer, too. Maximum versatility, high likability. Maximum versatility is the key to just about everything in this video. Man, this is a good one. This is such a good one. Get your nose on. Now, look, is it redundant if you have Bleu de Chanel? Yeah, somewhat. Even though they're not exactly the same fragrance, there's relatability here. Like if somebody tells you, oh, it just smells like Bleu de Chanel, that's just simplifying it, but there's truth to it. It's more complicated than that, and than just saying, oh, it just smells like Bleu de Chanel, but it's relatable. I'm not going to sit here and act like it isn't. It is relatable, but there's differences, and the differences here, I believe, are improvements. Most notably, that freshwater aquatic with the dry woody spice, as I mentioned before. This is a good one. If you're looking for versatility from Nishane, check out Deziro. Some things don't change. I still think this is one of the greatest fragrance openings I've ever smelled in my life. This is still elite level blue. Metallic fruits, citruses, a little touch of leather and some woods, hint of green. High likability, mega, mega, mega compliment getter. Roja Parfums, Elysium Parfum pour Homme. It's so reflective, it's hard to get it to just focus. There we go. Elysium Parfum. This is about as close to a 10 out of 10 as it gets when it comes to blues. We got to live this opening a little bit. I can't sit here and praise how good the opening is and not get a little bit of sniffing going on. It's so juicy. So juicy, yet a little bit metallic. There's a sharpness to it. But when I say metallic, it doesn't smell synthetic to me. Now, the blue bottle, the Parfum Cologne, much more synthetic smell than this one. Oh, but this is that jam. This is... Some of you have heard me say that Aventus is something everybody should try. Even if you're never going to buy a bottle because of the price, before you just go exploring everything in the world that smells like Aventus, you should understand Aventus. Understand it, try it, experience it. Same goes for Elysium Parfum. Before you go after every clone on the planet because you don't want to spend the money that this 50 ml costs, because it ain't cheap. Mid-$200s to $300 price range. Understand and experience the real deal, the magic in a bottle, before you go for the magic lists, clones, and interpretations out there, because they can't capture what's in this bottle. They can get close with the profile. They can ramp up longevities by cranking up oil concentration on lesser expensive, lower quality oils. Reality is reality. Some people ain't liking what I'm saying, but reality is reality, guys. There's some really good Elysium clones out there. But ain't none of them can touch Elysium. Not this one. The blue one, yeah, they can get pretty close. This, can't convince me otherwise. Don't bro me in my comments, but I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Cry to your mama. Don't cry to me, because I don't want to hear it. This is that good. Get a sample and try it, even if you never plan on getting a bottle because it's just too expensive, because I understand it's very expensive. But it's worth trying. You want this olfactive experience before you go exploring all the clones. At least you'll have a basis understanding, right? It is that good. Iconic blue fragrance, in my opinion. And that's Roja Parfums. Come on. Think right there. Elysium Parfum. One that surprised me that I picked up last year, it was a viewer recommendation. Mid to low $100 price. I think it was like $120 I paid for this. This was my first from the house, from Arabian Oud. And it's not an Oud fragrance. It's Arabian Night Silver. Arabian Night Silver, let me tell you the family this profile falls into. So any of you familiar with Rocha Sloan, the blue bottle, Dolce & Gabbana K, Coach Open Road, that style. But this is the one to get. Rocha Sloan for around $30. Yeah. Phenomenal pickup. Phenomenal blue fragrance. This is most similar to that because that's the deepest of all the ones I mentioned versus Dolce & Gabbana K and Coach Open Road and all that good stuff. Roche Sloane's the deepest and has the most to offer for the lowest amount of money. But this is the best of the profile. It's the deepest of the bunch as far as nuance. It's the highest quality smell. It's the best performing. Yes, it's the most expensive, but it's not out of this world expensive. Again, I think I paid like $120. This is Daily Wear Signature Scent Blue. This is very much blue. This has got a little bit of that sweet geranium smell, some greens, citrus fresh, woody, not over the top aromatic soapy, but it is a little aromatic. Man, this is a good one. Really, really good one. Like really, really good one. If I had to recommend out of this video just one, to be your one fragrance to be taken seriously in a professional setting, be able to double as a great night out dinner date fragrance to again be taken seriously, to also work well in a very casual setting, pretty much as casual as you would like, even down to the gym setting, year round. Arabian Night Silver is probably the main one I would recommend out of all 10 of these for being the one. I think it's that level of versatility, even a bit over the rest of these. For around $120, I believe that's what I paid. Could be off by a few bucks, but it ain't much. I need to explore more from the house because this is that good. Again, from Arabian Oud, we've got Arabian Night Silver. Next, we're talking about my favorite Xerjoff fragrance. We're talking Mefisto. So, similar to Silver Mountain Water from Creed, but in my opinion, better. You remove that herbal green facet. It's not so much inky anymore as it is metallic. It's powdery from some florals. So you get iris and rose, but it's not like flowery. If that makes sense. Super citrus, aquatic, fresh. Again, metallic, not inky. Because it's super clean musk as well. High compliment factor on this one. Super versatile. Better in the warmer weather than anything else, but you can wear this year round. There's never a bad time for this kind of fresh, this kind of fun, and people telling you smell good often. Yeah, no guarantees on compliments, but the probability, it goes up a lot with something like this. Yes, Mefisto Gentle Uomo, the light blue bottle, even fresher. But I don't know, it's just something about this one that grabs me a little bit more. Wife's a huge fan of this one as well. This is iconic blue in my opinion. This is, again, I have double-digit Xerjoffs in the mid to upper teens bottle count at this point, and it's still my favorite. This is one of the first 3 or 4 I ever got from the brand, and it's still, it can't be topped for me. It is that good. This is one that'll probably always be in this list. I would encourage you to get a sample and try it because it is that good, and I do think it's superior to Silver Mountain Water as Xerjoff Mefisto. Now, we mentioned one Chanel fragrance already, and a lot of people love Chanel L'Homme Sport Eau Extreme. When it comes to versatility, high compliment factor, enjoyability, to wear it, that's up there. It's up there. I paid like $95, $96 from Fragrance Buy for this one. I don't know if it's in stock currently. This is from a brand called Gritti. This is Rebellion. And Rebellion is higher quality smelling Chanel L'Homme Sport Eau Extreme with enhanced greenery. I think it's a cypress note that they've kind of enriched. But still has all that citrus and clean musk and all the good stuff that comes along with Chanel L'Homme Sport Eau Extreme scent profile. I think this is the better buy because you can get 100 ml from discounters for less than what you're going to pay for Chanel L'Homme Sport, and it's a higher quality fragrance. And it's like 85% because the greens are enhanced that much to where I would say it's like there's 10 to 15% difference in profile. But majority of it is Chanel L'Homme Sport Eau Extreme. Just niche version and greener. It's that simple. Really good performer, high compliment factor, all the things that you'll get from Chanel. You'll get from this one. Man, what a great find. I just stumbled upon it and just bought it on a whim one day. Come on. Gritti Rebellion. This next one is such a great daily wear masculine fragrance. It's an ISOE Super Bomb, though. That soft wood synthetic smell is dominant here, but you get loads of grapefruit. A little hint of tobacco gives it this light smoky earthiness to it. But overall, fresh, woody aromatic, again, loaded with grapefruit. It is from Ormonde Jayne. This is Montabaco Verano. Montabaco Intensivo is a bit more earthy and warmer and more cozy. I think it's better for the cooler months, but everyday wear, staple, blue color on the bottle's fitting. This. Because it's mainly a citrus woody aromatic. It's grapefruit, isoe super is the two main things that I get out of this one. And there's loads of other notes. There's spices and so on. It's a deep fragrance overall. It's a synthetic fragrance too. For being a niche fragrance, it's upper echelon when it comes to their synthetics. It's higher tier synthetic oils that are used. Man, but it's good. It's good. Great performer too. Great fragrance overall. If this was ranked, this would have been in the top 3 for niche blues, because this is that good, and you can find them for decent prices in that mid to low 100 price point. Mid to low 100s from discounters. It's a 50 ml, but it goes a long way. You need 3 to 5 sprays is way more than enough with this fragrance. Some of you could easily get away with 2 if you don't want your fragrance to be too loud, because these aroma molecules really help it, especially all that isoe super really helps it pump off of the skin. Great longevity. You might go a bit nose blind to it because it's a lot of synthetics, but it's a quality smelling synthetic fragrance, if that makes any sense to you. Some of you understand where I'm coming from when I say that. Some of you think it's too contradictory and don't understand it and think I'm crazy. But there's, just like I mentioned when we were talking Sedley, there's levels to synthetic oils. There's $1,000 fragrances that are loaded with synthetics, but they're more photorealistic smelling, so you don't think they're synthetics. So keep that in mind. This is good stuff. This entire line's good. They all relate to one another. There's a lot of redundancy among the Montabaco line, but if I had to pick one, that's the one. To me, it's Montabaco Verano from Ormonde Jayne. Let's get that to focus one more time. There we go. Now, speaking of something that's a bit synthetic, you can get this one around 70 or 80 bucks for 100 ml from discounters. It's a blueberry aquatic. And when I say that, some of you longtime viewers know exactly what fragrance we're about to speak on. I might even put it in the thumbnail. I don't know yet. But we're talking Ego Stratis from Juliette Has a Gun. It's blueberry. It's musky. It's saltwater aquatic marine. It's a little bit of woods. There's some other fruits and citrus besides blueberry, but the blueberry really stands out as a dominant note. It just smells really good to me. Because the flack it gets is, oh, it's just a designer fragrance. Okay. It's also like 70 or 80 bucks like a designer fragrance too. And I think it's a step up for sure from other blue aquatics. In the price point, I think it's on the high end. In the $70 to $80 price point for aquatic heavy blue fragrances, I would take this over a lot of different fragrances in that price point from designer brands versus a niche brand like Juliette Has a Gun, because the synthetics here are actually pretty good. And that blueberry note just pops. It gives it that little something extra that you don't get from the other fragrances. It is that good. Don't knock it because you see people writing that on the internet before you try it, because it is a good one. Been a while since I've recommended it, but it's a good one. It's Juliette Has a Gun, Ego Stratis. Well, that was the 10. It didn't have to be 10. It could have been 15. It could have been 20. But 10's the magic number most of the time when it comes to search engines and things like that, from Google search and YouTube search and so on. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll try to have links down below through YouTube's affiliate network as well as Fragrance Spy in the video description box. If you're interested in checking anything out, of course, you don't have to purchase anything to watch these videos. I just appreciate you checking out the video and making it to this point. Thank you for that. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe before you leave. We'll see you on the next one.